Hi there, it's Mare. I have a journal share to bring you today. It is very girly girl and she's very chunky like all my journals typically are. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to try to get through this in 15 minutes or less. That's my goal. So I did a lot here. I stiffened some fabric and drew her and added some wool for this updo and a princess crown there, and that is the theme. It is princess, it is some fairy, and it's about her celebration about her home in the castle. So lots of glimmer, lots of little bits of glitter, some glass beading here and there just to add to it. I've made these wings here and added a lot of like little glass beads and particles, and tried not to do overkill of it. But if you don't like glimmer and glitter and things like that, you're probably not gonna like this one. I made her kind of 3D. She is, like I said, some fabric. I put some foam underneath her neck just to stabilize her, but she comes off the page quite a bit. She is approximately 11 by 8 in approximately 90 pages front to back. And I have some double holes here that I've used some cream muslin for the closure, and very, very long, and I like that. I like how it sits on the table. Obviously, whoever gets it can cut that down if they don't care for that. I like draping closures. I'm weird like that. Okay, the side, the spine, and I just love doing all these beads. I made this domino here, and lots of beads, lots of key, little candy charms, and glass balls, plastic stuff, and also some of my beading here. And this is on a clip, which can be detached. These I just beaded the sides with a lot of different beads, different type beads, all in the same colors. And this is the back, really pretty fabric, and I'm going to get through this. I will not be taking out every piece of ephemera, and I'm just going to leave some surprises, but there's a lot of new and old ephemera, some copied, some original. I made this scroll here just announcing her celebration, and I'll let whoever read it more thoroughly, but you open it up with this beautiful gold ribbon, and I made this here, and it's just really pretty different backgrounds that I put together. And we'll leave that out, and I will put that back in. This pocket here has a lot of layers, and it also has a little secret area here. Just be careful that you don't lift the glued part. Embroidered trim here, a beautiful, I've been holding on to this castle image from an old book, and I just loved the colors. It went perfectly. I added it to some sewn fabric here. Let me make sure I'm all in frame. And I made a pocket with a piece of a really pretty coordinating ephemera. Added this journal card here. It has rhinestones. I added some glimmer to this fairy tag. And here is a swag that I've made a long time ago with little tiny pieces. Well, a few years ago. With little tiny pieces. There's gesso and shimmer on that, on the collage part. The little area here to add a picture to this, over this beautiful girl if you choose to. She has shimmer spray, beautiful trim, a Cinderella pocket. I liked the dress, and I just added some glimmer to it. This is a Royal Canadian original bank receipt, I believe. Lots of the colors. Added this beautiful applique, which can be, it's just pinned on. It can be moved to any part, but I just thought it went really well with this dress, and added a little bead on this bulb pin and this kilt pin up here that has many rhinestones on the ruffle there. Little applique piece here that's dangling, and I've supported the spine and the pages as well, and just some beautiful journaling cards over this paper. Made this pocket here out of some pretty lace and a flower that matched the colors. I've altered this paddle clip here. Oops. I'm going to put you there for now. And I've just added some ribbon and some glass pieces here, some trim, some glimmer, a balloon here, and a little princess charm that I've added some stickles of pink and blue where the jewels would go. Little piece here, and I made a pocket. Just stuck a piece of ephemera in here. And areas to write, shimmer spray. I'll put this back in here so I know where it went. Original postcard here of a birthday, and it's embossed, and it just went super well with this. I made another one of these flower charms that I do have a video on, so you can look back in that. This is some altered Tyvek sheets. I do buy my sheets off of Amazon, and this is just sprayed and altered, and it gives me this great curl that I have flattened. Did some decoupage here with some rice paper on this pocket. A copy of a vintage receipt there. Oh, excuse me, my coffee pot is turning off. And here's some shimmer here and a pocket with an extra piece here, and I just thought that was beautiful. Made this flower here, fringe trim, and this snippet of like a dusty rose, and it went really well. I've just made a little area, a little booklet area here with some washi tape connecting it, and some papers here, little carriage charm. Here's a laced envelope, coffee dyed, and I just put some sparkle here, and this piece here for the closure, and there's a couple of pieces of ephemera in there. More paper, more area, pretty trim on both of these. Added this glassine bag that I've decoupaged a napkin on, and used some glossy accents and some glimmers, and a little unicorn seal there. And I made this tag here that fits nicely in the bag. And little paper area for writing here. Used this white rose fabric that I have altered with some inks, some pink inks. Here's a booklet that can be removed. This is a very chunky journal like mine. It does not fully close, but you can take out some pieces to make it a little tighter. And I just used a favorite piece from a Tasha Tudor book. I have duplicates, so I was able to sacrifice and cut some pieces out. Just added little pieces of glimmer there. It says Book of Fairy Tales. You open up, and I've used this die to put these little windows here, and I've added each individual window separately so it's different all over. Little birds, little fairies, little things, and I'll let whoever gets this explore that. A little fairy saying behind this piece here, little tuck spot, little Once Upon a Time charm in the corner. Added these pages for journaling, and parchment papers, a little sketch that I've done, and used some I believe they're pastels on that. And a little angel or fairy charm up there. Added some decoupage here, a piece of rice paper with a doily. Little pocket here with a copy of a journal page. This little dress here. Added these pieces within the shadow box digital, and added little pieces of glimmer on there. Little fussy cutting, which I don't normally do because I don't care for it, but I added a lot of fussy cut pieces. This is a junk mail envelope that I've did some sewing, sewed through the center, and added this bow with rhinestone. And each of these are a separate window that you could add something in. I loved the colors with it, so I kept it. I've added one of my bead charms up here, and I did add some rhinestones to the bowl clips. And this is, I believe I showed this in my shimmering video, and this just has a tuck spot. Like I said, I've done little accents on most tags, little bow and snippet there, and lots of shimmer. And this is an original postcard again. It's embossed, and it's just really pretty. I had these skeleton leaves that I used. I thought the colors went really well. Lots of shimmer and some glimmer on there as well. Added this altered pendant which turned out really, I think, really beautiful. It's got a fairy on it, and I added lots of glitter to that. Copy of a vintage receipt from the 1800s and another embossed vintage postcard. Some parchment paper here, little pocket here with some ephemera and a vintage postcard. Little piece here that I'll stick a little something in there. Another clip here, paper clip with a charm of a castle. Printed this out, did some alcohol ink, changing of color with some glimmer. Little fussy cut piece here of this carousel horse and just added little accents. Tuck spot here with a original receipt there. Had that peachy pink tone and some skeleton keys on this piece of ephemera. Copy of a vintage letter and a vintage postcard of a castle. And a little piece here, and did some shimmer here. Beautiful digital. Another one of those girls. There's a little area if you needed to put something behind that. Velvet ribbon here that really matched to this fussy cut Victorian couch, and I just stamped this chandelier on it, add some accent pieces. Carousel that I cut, carriage that I cut out, put a little snippet up here, used some gesso on this beautiful roll paper that I had, and open that up, and it's a little pocket with a little fairy. And this is a snippet here that I had sewn and made a pocket out of with this beautiful little perfume bottle that I glitzed up, and a little charm here, a little Paris charm, little booklet, tag, and an envelope, altered. If you can see all the glassy look to this butterfly, and beautiful trim there. Added a little piece from a vintage napkin. It's a little embroidered pink flower. Here's a charm here. Paper, another altered junk mail envelope. Another picture here that can be removed. And this is just a pink trim ribbon. And we're just gonna shift her this way. There we go. Another clip up here with another one of those flower dangles. I made a pocket out of each end with vintage doll postcards in here. Fussy cut this bed out here, reminded me of a princess bed. Made a booklet that's just tied on here. It's very plain, but just beautiful papers. And underneath is this chair, because it reminded me of what would be her bedroom. And then I made these two tuck spots. This one has a fussy cut bunny that's trimmed out, a fussy cut horse that's trimmed out, a couple pieces of ephemera in each one. A flip up here, some cards, and a little file folder. I've added accents to this piece as well, just highlighting specific areas for a tuck spot, piece of ephemera, some computer paper there, and a printable here. Made a pocket out of here, did some sewing, just a copy of a vintage receipt in there. Put an original postcard in there and some little pieces that I've accented. This is from a book, little ticket. Made this here. Put that there, but you can tuck that underneath it as well. I've done this video, I think once, one other time. And here's little pockets. I just made this little tuck, put some pieces of ephemera in it. How am I doing? Very close. Little staggered pockets here, put a snippet here, and little piece of ephemera, pretty pink lace. This is an original ledger. And it folds out very nice, thick paper. And I've just put another little piece of this from a Tasha Tudor book. And it just went so well with this digital here. Paper here. Made another set of fairy wings and just gessoed the back and shimmered it and just wanted to highlight the wings. There is some cracking in them, but I think it just adds to the look of it. And I added some glass beading on there as well, and not too much overkill with glitter because the colors, I just wanted it to show through, and just adhered it in this section here and left the wing parts open. And this is just some decoupage of a village, and it was a sweet village rice paper. Added this. This is supposed to be clipped, but anyway. There's 2 pieces from a vintage autograph book, and I just sewed the ends and left the pocket there. And this is just a postcard that I've altered. Brand new postcards that I put this card over it, and I thought it went well. And I love these little colors. These are some full window envelopes that I had that I altered and shimmered up and sewed. And there's the other side of that, another of the rhinestone clip. There's the other side of the wings, and again, it's only adhered here. And some parchment paper with some snippet, a little pocket from a snippet of some vintage and regular lace. Made this little piece here that I've clipped on, and it just used some ribbon and lace and these little embellishments here. Little carousel down there. Little belly band here with some pieces of ephemera, new ephemera, but the colors were just perfect. And here's a little pocket with a piece of applique. And I made this stuffed stacked bag and a little pocket here that has the opening on this side. And I just thought the material went really well together. And here's little pieces that I've cut out, added some mirror paper there, decoupaged this little envelope, made a stick pin, and made this pinwheel. Thank you, G Care. She's got a great video on them. And an embossed envelope, pink. It's avocado dyed pink envelope. And just added some fabrics and trim and made this fairy pendant. And then the back is like Marie Antoinette. And it just makes that glassine pieces just feel really, really good and sturdy. Okay, and that is it. And look for my other videos. I'm doing the 3 mini journals, and one of them will be a giveaway, so look for that. And thanks for watching, guys. And you can check availability in my Etsy shop, and I will leave the links and credits to the digitals that I have used, as many as I can remember, and that I try to write down in the description box, so look out for that. Thanks, and have a great day.